dear all, we continue on our journey back home to God, back home to heaven, that you in fact spend 2/3 of your lifetime, God says, in heaven, and 1/3 on your planet. And then you have to think that you are a spiritual being with earthly or planetary experience here. And so let us go further from when we have released the guilt and shame of the past by forgiveness, and we have come to terms with our fear of the most unknown, that is death, what someone called, or the transition to heaven. And we are living in the moment more, in peace and harmony, and in that peace and harmony we will have less pain to go to heaven. And the time has come, we have chosen to go back home for repair and for recuperation. And then what happens is that there are angel portals, God says, around each planet, from the planet to the first heaven. And there are also portals between the other first ones, but we don't talk about that now. So these angel portals are significant. You can find, I'm living on one here in Lanzarote. You have it in Hawaii, Iceland. You have it on the biggest cult places of the world, like Jerusalem, Haifa, with unity through the Baha'i. And I'm sure you find it in Rome, Mother Gaia for the Buddhists, and Varanasi for the Hindus. So there are many, there are 96 of them around this globe. And these angel portals are very important, because here, through this channel or tunnel, goes, so they are called angel portals, because the angels come down to the earth or to any planet for supporting and its work, and they go up again. And the same, the universal love comes there, in and out. And the same with the transition to heaven. We go through this portal or this channel, and when we are born, we also come through the same channel. And so this channel needs to be kept really clean and without debris, because what God says is that a lot of fear and guilt is hanging on the walls of this, and it causes problems. For example, mothers giving birth, they often can come into more fear these days, and that can affect them, because they are affected by this angel portal with a lot of fear, and that can cause them to have fear for giving birth, and more Caesarean born children are happening due to fear. And The same with guilt is also hanging around on the walls there. And therefore, we need to, and God has told me the way to clean them is sure being there, meditate, pray, and sing songs of peace and love and about God. And God says, hold each other in rings and sing and pray, but no written books should be used. And sure, if you have people like me who channel, people can come there and channel direct from heavens, but no written books, because then you come into different religions. So this is beyond any religion. So this is the way to help to clean them. And so if we clog them up like we have, there will be less chance for universal love to come true. And because the love goes back and forth to heaven, as no energy in the whole universe is lost. It goes back to what we call the heavens of universal love, where it's stored and going back. So that could be a long story, but that's how we go through this channel. And then we have all the possibilities to go back, even if we come into the four courts of the first heaven. Like some people have near-death experiences, and they come to the first part of the first heavens, but they still can experience the light, strong light, and love, and that affects them for their whole life. But you can go back if that's what you want. But the draw of coming to heaven, where it's so good to be, draws people in to heavens naturally. And so go around the world and find these angel portals and help to bring peace to the world by releasing the pain of the past, and use forgiveness and clear the debris that is around there. And you help the transition between heavens and your planet. And that is a short story about angel portals. It's so much more to say, and I experienced this strong energy when I was in Israel or Palestine. I was in the church or in Golgotha, where Jesus was went on the cross, and I forgot exactly the name of the church, but there was so strong energy, and I think it's called the Church of the Holy Scripture, something, and it was so strong energy. So I came there, I stayed in a hotel in the old town, and I could walk at 4 o'clock before all these big groups of people turn up, because then it was impossible to connect. But the surge up to heaven was so strong. So I felt when people start to turn up and you had more noise, it kept me down. Otherwise, I think I would have gone to heaven there, because the the energy was so strong. So where people have been praying, and cult places around, the devoted people coming from the whole world. What a strong place to be on. And this you can find here on this island, Hawaii, and there are, I've been told, maybe 10, 15 places. And so they are for us to explore and find them and release the debris that are hanging on the walls, so to speak. So we can have clearer passage from heaven to here and from here to heaven. That is the story about the angel portals. I send you my love, and I hope that this information could be of benefit to you, so you feel more safer when you turn up at the door of the angel portal. And I tell you, everyone is welcome.